Welcome back to the channel. We're back. The footy is back. I cannot get the smile off my face. Yes, I know it's only preseason. Yes, it's only the preseason challenge. But the footy is back. I'm excited. I cannot wait for this weekend. We have so much rugby league to watch. It's going to be a great time. And honestly, I'm so excited that I'm going to be in Sydney this weekend, so it's going to be a great time. Thank you all for tuning in this afternoon. Welcome back to another live stream for your February 13, 2024. It is 4:19 p.m. Team List Tuesday is back for the official first time this year. Team lists have been dropped. Some NRL teams are actually going to play a lot of big-name players in the trials. Some of them are just going to play a reserve grade team like the North Queensland Cowboys. We aren't playing nobody this weekend. We have probably got like 3 or 4 players that are going to be in the first grade side playing this weekend. So I'm looking forward to seeing the future of the Cowboys and how these young kids do go. But first things first, if you're new around here, guys, don't forget to like the stream and subscribe to the channel. I would really appreciate that. And if you're a regular viewer and you're watching as usual, thank you very much for being loyal and tuning in once again. Hello to everybody that is in the live chat. We've got Jim, Bosky, William Pearson, SS Storm fan, Jordan Purchell, everyone that's here. Luke, hello. Everyone that's watching, I hope everyone's doing well. Let's get into it. We got some games to preview. Now, I just want to make note quickly. I will not be revealing my tip for the Charity Shield between the Dragons and the Rabbitohs because I have a live stream for that set up tomorrow night where we're going to go live tomorrow night and we're going to preview the Charity Shield and we're going to get a few people on and it's going to be a good time. So I will be skipping the Dragons-Rabbitohs game. And we will preview that one tomorrow night. Hello to Jaden Lambert in the live chat as well. Rightio, let's begin, shall we? Let's begin. And the preseason challenge, it begins on Thursday night from Belmore Sports Ground. It's the Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs up against the Melbourne Storm. Now, usually I have the prices of the teams down the bottom there, but if you go on to some of the betting companies, they're not even doing like multis and stuff for the game, unless it changes through the week, because as we're live streaming this, it's Tuesday afternoon, 4:22 in the Arvo. So there's a good chance that there won't be any gambling. So Bulldogs versus Storm. Having a look at the team list, Bulldogs have got a few big names. Obviously, Taff is there. Bronson Sherry's return. Burton. Bulldogs have named a fair team. As for Melbourne, yeah, look, decent forward pack. Melbourne Pappenhausen's there too, which is good. So, good to see Ryan Pappenhausen back. Remus Smith, Seve. All right, my tip for this game, Canterbury versus Melbourne. Bulldogs Storm. It's tough to pick. I actually don't know which way to go. I'm going to go with Melbourne. I'm just going to go with Melbourne. I think Pappenhausen will be enough. I think Jonah Pezzet's good enough. Bronson Garlick goes well. Yeah, we're going to go with the Storm to win this trial game. Melbourne Storm win by 4 points. Let's go something like Storm 20, Bulldogs 16, Melbourne by 4. They'll win against the Bulldogs there on the preseason challenge. And first try score prediction, I'm just going to go with the winger, Dean Eremaya. He'll score the first try. Storm by 4. Moving on to a stacked Saturday where there's 4 games. Obviously, we're just going to preview the 3 because Charity Shield will save that for tomorrow night. First game is at Central Coast Stadium. Saturday afternoon at 1:45 p.m. in the afternoon. It's the Newcastle Knights up against the Cronulla Sutherland Sharks. Now, I haven't seen these team lists yet. I've got no idea. Newcastle's back line is quite good. I got Jenkins, Tawala, Maju. All I got again were Hastings playing. Cronulla don't have much in their backs except Sione Katoa. Okay, I think I'm going to tip Newcastle. Having a look at this. Sharks bench is not bad. Newcastle's is all right. Yeah, we're going to tip the Knights here. I think the Knights have got the better team. I think they'll get it done. I don't know what score it will be, but we'll go something like, let's go the Knights by 6. Let's go a scoreline of 26 points to 20. And for the first try scorer, we're going to go with the big winger himself, Greg Maju. Maju will score first. All right, moving on to the next game. Saturday, 3:45, also at Central Coast Stadium. It's the Sydney Roosters versus the Manly Sea Eagles. Now, Roosters, holy shit, they have named an extremely strong backline. Probably one of their best backlines. Obviously, no Joseph Manu, but they've got Tedesco, Tupou, Billy Smith, Suoliti, Dom Young. Very strong backline. Kiri Walker in the halves. Very strong forward pack led by Lindsay Collins, Butcher, Tupanui, Radley. Fuck, their bench is insane as well with Terrell May, Egan Butcher, Angus Crichton. Joseph Manu's on the reserves, along with Watson, Sewell Wong, Pauga. Manly, on the other hand, Bailey Hodson's a young fullback they got coming through. A couple of notable ones there, and Paulo Talau Vega. Very average halves pairing now with Arthur and Wakeham. Decent forwards, but nothing compared to the Roosters. Josh Schuster on the bench is quite interesting. Yeah, look, I think the Roosters should win this. I'll go the Roosters by 18 points. I'll go the Roosters 28 points to 10. 18-point win for the Roosters. First try scorer, I will go with Satili Tupanua. Score the first try. Roosters should be too good there. On to the next game. The first of the doubleheaders at Cogra. Parramatta Eels and the Canberra Raiders. This is at 5:55 p.m. Saturday night at Nostrada Jubilee, which is at Cogra Oval. Eels and the Raiders. Now, Eels have named, a fairly strong backline here. Obviously, the young prospect, Blake Talangi at fullback. I got Dunster, Russell on the wing, Morgan Harper, Simonson in the centers. Dejan Nassi in the halves. Really strong fullback from Parramatta. They got Rodwell, Ogden, Hands, Lane, Talangi, Madison. Big bench as well in Grieg, Dury, and Makatoa. As for the Raiders, look, they haven't named much in their backs. Obviously, Kotrick's there. Hopewade, Savage. Ethan Strange at halfback. I thought he was a centre or fullback. That's a bit weird for me. Gula, Pasami Solo. Yeah, not much going for the Raiders. I think the Eels will be winning this. I don't think they'll win it by necessarily a big margin. I think the Eels will get them by about 10 points. We'll go Parramatta Eels, 24 points to 14. And first try scorer in this game, I'm going to go with the new recruit, Morgan Harper, to score the first try there. Now, obviously, we're going to skip the Charity Shield. We're going to preview that one tomorrow night, which is going to be great. Moving on to Sunday, we got the Warriors and the West Tigers at 2 p.m. at Apollo Project Stadium, which is at Christchurch. I haven't seen either of these teams here, but having a look at it, RTS, Roger Tuivasa-Sheck named in the centers. Montoya is there. So is Harris Tavita and Metcalf. Very good. Bunty Afoa, Freddie Lussick, Tom Arley, Jackson Ford. Wow. Very strong forward pack from the Warriors. Very strong team overall. I like the Warriors team. As for the West Tigers, they've gone young. Buller, Staines, Declan Casey in the centers. Junior Tupou. Tigers have named some good halves here. Sullivan and Caesar, very good. Stefano, Coruscant, Clemmer. Papali'i, Kapawa, Safer. Wow. This will be close. Fanua Polo on the bench with Faunu. This will be a very close trial game. Warriors and Tigers. No Kurt Capewell. No, Kurt Capewell's not playing this one. Jim. This will be close. I think the Warriors, simply because it's in New Zealand, but this might be the closest trial game of the weekend. So I'm going to go the Warriors by 2 points. I'll go a scoreline of the Warriors 30, West Tigers 28. Should be a very entertaining, high-scoring game. Warriors to win. Moving on to Sunday afternoon up there at BB Prince Stadium in Mackay. It is my team, the North Queensland Cowboys, up against our big rivals, the Broncos. Cowboys have named a very young, inexperienced team, while the Broncos have done the complete opposite. The Broncos have named a very strong team here. Couple of players from the Cowboys who you guys would know of, obviously Chester, Valame, Robert Derby, Jake Clifford, Thomas McKayla gets a run in the front row. Jajeski and Finney Fuiaki are in the second row. McIntyre at lock forward. It's a very inexperienced Cowboys team. And as for the Broncos, well, they're strong as. You know, they've got Walsh, Cobbo, Oates is on the wing, Dane Mariner. They've got Madden and Reynolds in the halves. Look at that forward pack. Jensen, Walters, Haas, Peter Cora, Jaden Hunt, Paddy Carrigan, Fletcher Baker, Smoothie, Tapau, Heverington, that big Ben Takora fella. Broncos have named a very strong team, but it ain't going to matter. It is not going to matter what team the Broncos have named, because at the end of the day, the Cowboys are once again going to embarrass the Broncos. It may only be a trial game, but we are going to go to Mackay on Sunday, and we are going to beat the Broncos. It's going to be a tough ask because we've got a lot of players out. They've named a strong team. We've named a weaker team than what we could have named. I think you'll see the likes of Tom Deard and Val Holmes, Jeremiah Nanai, Drinkwater. You'll see the likes of them next week against Canberra when we play them down at Queanbeyan. But obviously, I'm going to back the Cowboys in, as I always do. Cowboys by 4. Let's go with a scoreline of 24-20. And the first try scorer is going to be Cooley Finney Fuiaki. Cowboys to win. And the final game, the final trial game of the preseason challenge for week 1 is Sunday night, 6:15 p.m. Dolphins versus Titans up at Sunshine Coast Stadium. Again, Dolphins have named a very good team. Gold Coast have named a very young team. Dolphins have got some good young prospects here. Trey Fuller, a lot of hype around him. Tessie New, Herbie Farmworth, Sarko. They've got their best halves pairing in this game as well. Katoa and O'Sullivan. Really strong fullback for the Dolphins. Flegler, Marshall King, Nichols, Aiken, Kafusi, Tommy Gilbert. Valence Taware on the bench with Avarillo, Ray Stone, and Connolly Lemu, Jared Wallace, Mason Teague in the reserves. As for the Gold Coast, the only notable players in their back line is Aaron Schoff and Ken Mamalo. Who else I got here? I don't even. Their whole 4-pack are a bunch of nobodies. The bench is Weaver, Isaac Basul Malawi, Joe Stimson, Cleese Haas. Dolphins have named a very good team. Titans have named a very inexperienced team. Let's go Dolphins. Fins up. Dolphins 13 plus. Dolphins by 20. Let's go a scoreline of Dolphins 30, Titans 10. First try scorer, Herbie Farmworth. So I'll just go through the tips again quickly. I'm going the Storm to beat the Bulldogs on Thursday. Knights to beat the Sharks on Saturday. Roosters to beat Manly on Saturday. The Eels to beat the Raiders Saturday. Warriors to beat the West Tigers in a close one on Sunday. Cowboys to beat the Broncos. And the Dolphins to flog the Titans. But, fellas, that is it. That is going to wrap up my tips for week 1 of the preseason challenge. Thank you for watching. We are going to get on out of here. Enjoy the rest of your, Tuesday afternoon. Good luck to your team this weekend. And see you guys later.